Hi friends, Krista here. Thank you so much for stopping by Books and Jams today. We are going to talk about my books that I would like to read in the month of October. You may be thinking to yourself, Krista, that shirt looks awful familiar. I feel like you just wore that in a video recently. Well, I did. I'm filming today and I didn't feel like changing my shirt, so I'm wearing the same thing. This video is all about the books that I hope to read in the month of October, and I have a decent little stack here of most definitely going to get read, and then I will quickly run through some other ones that are possibilities for the month. But let's get started with my Patreon book club pick for the month of October. And I just realized I haven't posted it yet in Patreon. I will definitely do that before this video goes up. But the book that I will be reading with my patrons this month is The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. I gotta say I'm a little nervous about this one because I know it's gonna involve some ghosts. And ghosts are not normally my thing, but I read The Broken Girls by Simone St. James and I absolutely loved it. And it had ghosts in it too. So I'm hopeful that Simone St. James is just an author that I can handle. I know it's going to be a little intense. I know it's going to be a little creepy, but I'm okay with it. I don't know too much about this story and I don't really want to know. I do know it has dual timelines. And so there's like a present day timeline and then a past timeline. And I know that there's a hotel or motel that has some sketchy things going on and that it's going to involve ghosts. But I do know that Simone St. James's writing in The Broken Girls was beautiful and I really connected with it. And so I'm really very hopeful for this one. So I'm looking forward to reading this with my patrons. Thank you so much if you are already a patron. And if you're not yet and you'd like to read this with us, please consider. The link is always in the description box below. I would love to have you be a part of that group as well. So that's the first book that most definitely will get read in October. The second one is going to be read at the beginning of the month, and I'm really excited about doing another group read of a Christian nonfiction book, and this month we're going to be doing The Pursuit of God by A.W. Tozer. I have some other booktubers who are going to be coming and joining with me for some live discussions of this book, October 10th and the 17th, I believe, and I would love for you to join in. It's a super short little book. We're going to just break it in half, so from the beginning of the month till the 10th, we're going to read the first 5 chapters, and then from the 11th to the 17th, we'll read chapters 6 through 10. So it's a super short book, but I have read Tozer before. I haven't actually read this one, but I read another book by him, and I'm just really excited about kind of re-sparking and digging into a classic Christian theologian's thoughts about pursuing God. And I'm really excited about it. And I've heard such good things about it. And I already know a handful of you will be joining us in this, and I really can't wait. So that's on my TBR for sure. Another book that will definitely get read in October is the third book in the Lunar Chronicles, and that is Cress by Marissa Meyer. It's a chunker, but these go by really fast. And I listened to Scarlett and really loved that experience. I thought the narrator did a fantastic job. So I'll probably try to find this on audio as well. Cress is a retelling of Rapunzel, if you can't tell from the hair. She's a character that's been briefly mentioned in books 1 and 2, but we haven't really dove into her story at all. And in this one, obviously we do. But the story does continue from the first 2 books, so I can't tell you too much about this one because it is the third in a series. But these are all fairy tale retellings by Marissa Meyer in a science fiction setting. So we have cyborgs in space and people live on the moon, and it's just not something that I would ever think would be my cup of tea, but I really have been enjoying this series. It is YA, it's young, the pacing is just very propulsive, and I just love the characters. I find it humorous and heartwarming at times, and I'm just really, really enjoying it. There are 2 other booktubers who are hosting a read-along for this series called The Lunar Along. I will link A Star Reads and a Book Cara down below, and if you are interested in joining in, it's not too late. They do go by really quickly, so you could start with Cinder and Scarlet and then read Cress this month. I'm really excited about that one. Victober is a thing that happens in October. When I was looking at my classic shelf, there was nothing that jumped out at me as something that I wanted to read to participate in Victober, but then I remembered that this summer, when I did my little free library little tour video, I did find The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde, and this is a play, and I have watched a couple different adaptations of this and love it, but I've never actually read the play. So it feels like it'll be a quick read. That will be my sole attempt at participating in Victober. This is kind of my thing. I just pick one Victorian read to do for Victober, and this month it's going to be a nice, easy, short little one, The Importance of Being Earnest. So I'm excited for that though. Then I'll probably try to find the adaptation and watch it again because it's been a really long time since I've seen it. The final two books are just kind of books that are on my radar a little bit. Well, let me talk about this one first. House at Riverton by Kate Morton. I really want to read. This is one that's on my cart. It was recommended to me to read by some of you at the beginning of the year. I haven't read a Kate Morton in a while. I feel like it's been a long time. And in my Patreon group, every month I give them 3 choices for a book they'd like to read the next month. And this was one of the choices for October, and it actually tied with Sundown Motel until I talked to a couple patrons and got a couple more votes out of them. This one was right up there as wanting to be read. So if you are a patron and you voted for The House at Riverton, I will include a discussion on this in our Discord group, and also we'll just read this together, kind of like a little mini buddy read, because I know there were a handful of you who really wanted to read this one. So I'm excited to read Kate Morton. Her books are a bit on the longer side, obviously, so this will be a little bit of a slower read, but I'm hoping to find the audio of this one as well. But I just know that I love her writing, and it does feel like it would be a very good book for the fall. The short summary on the back says, this is the captivating story of an aristocratic family, a glorious English estate, a mysterious death, and a way of life that vanished forever. And I'm pretty sure there will be dual timelines and some family secrets, and this house estate that's kind of at the center of everything. So I'm really excited to read that one. The last book that's on my radar that I really am planning on reading this month is The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. It's been a while since I've read any Agatha Christie, and she's kind of been on my mind lately. I've been in a mystery type of mood, and so I've had this pulled out from my Agatha Christie books for a little while because I would like to read this one. So I don't know anything about it, and I'm not reading the summary on the back because it's a mystery and I like to go in blind. So yeah, I'm excited to read that one. And then if you just watched my goals video, my update on my goals and how I'm doing on my goals, you will see that I have pulled out 3 books from 3 of the goals that I'm still working on. And so these are also potentials for October. So I have 3 Susan Meissner books: A Sound Among the Trees, A Bridge Across the Ocean, and Secrets of a Charmed Life. All of these will have some level of historical fiction in them, and I really love Susan Meissner's writing, and she always makes me cry. So those ones are definite potentials. And then I have 3 more from authors that I wanted to try out this year. I had 6 authors that I owned 3 or more books from them, and I still have 3 that I haven't yet read anything from this year, and so I'm pulling out 3 of those as well. The Address by Fiona Davis, Some Small Magic by Billy Coffey. That just feels the most October to me. And then The Orphan's Tale by Pam Jenoff. I really want to read this. I can't believe I haven't read that one yet. So these are also going in that stack of goal books. And the third little pile of 3 are from my Christmas book exchange books, which I did finally turn back around. And these are books that I have received from Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand or Lindsay at Lindsay's Little Library. I want to keep working on the books on that shelf. You may see a try a chapter tag before the end of the year from those books because we're doing it again in December and I need to make some progress. So 3 that stood out to me at this moment in time are The Dreamers by Karen Thompson Walker, Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe by Heather Weber, and Keeping Lucy by T. Greenwood. So I think these are, this one is a little fantastical science fiction, a little bit dystopian maybe. And then these 2 are a little bit more contemporary dramas. So a little different options there, but these are also going in that stack so I can continue working on those goals. But these 6 are the priority stack. These 6 are the ones I really plan on reading in October. Everything else will just be bonus. You guys know I read more than 6 books a month. So hopefully I can make some more progress in some of those goals. I'm counting on it for sure. And I may end up picking other stuff too. I may just go with my mood and see what else is floating the boat that day. But that is it for today. I would love to hear from you. What are you planning to read in October? Do you read a lot of seasonal type of reads? Are you going towards the dark, either dark academia or thriller or horror or creepy, witchy type books? Or do you not read seasonally? Like, what are you reading this month? I would love to know. Let's chat down in the comments. You guys know I love talking with you down there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, and it means so much to me that you're spending your time with me today. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I look forward to talking with you in another video very soon. Bye.